Did you have a question?
Hi, yeah, I'm here on a recognizance mission from Wayne County, actually, and we don't have as many dairy farms, but we do have a few, and one of the problems we're having is wastewater treatment plants. I wondered if this application, and maybe the gentleman from Cornell can address it, if this application has been put into play with human waste, A, and B, one of the jokes we made in Wayne County was maybe people could actually pay their taxes with cow manure, if there were, or their own manure, I suppose, if there were ways of really reusing food waste and human waste and animal waste and that kind of stuff in these community digesters. Is that something that Cornell's looked at?
Well, we looked at a lot of combinations of materials, but they are more being based materials because of the things I just talked about. So, I mean, there's a lot of digesters. Digesters have been around for eons and eons. It's not a new technology. Quite a few of the wastewater treatment plants in New York State already have indoor digesters. The Indigo wastewater treatment plant has, for example. So it's out there, it's done. Human waste, human sewage is a lot different than dairy manure. It's a whole different product when it comes to handling it and managing it. So commingling it together is not something that we've looked at. And a lot of it will be the heavy metals that would have to be processed at the effluent end relative to getting the effluent back onto the land and crop base.
But those facilities that are using it, the wastewater treatment facilities, they're not producing methane. They're just...
They would, yes. But they would use it internally to
Right.
they would meet their parasitic, or part of their parasitic electric load. They wouldn't produce enough to
They
sell.
wouldn't do it to sell it back
No,
to the
because it's
grid.
such a dilute, wastewater, domestic sewage is so dilute. There's not much energy value in it compared to dairy farm.
Thank you. I have one other question for Steve. Do you have interest in the IDA park now? Are there people online that are businesses and whatnot that have shown interest in the IDA park?
Absolutely.
Hold on one second, I was trying to see. I think the gentleman had his hand up, and then we'll go with...
When the trench is open for that 40 miles of pipeline, is there any chance of subleasing that trench for internet or other utilities? Somebody come up.
I think that's a, excellent question, and that's part of what we would like to look into. If we have the ditch open once or able to run the pipe, could we also run fiber optic or internet to those areas? Also, if you look at the pipeline and where it's going to be, and we're looking for new businesses or for a town or village that is looking to bring in a new business, could we easily hook up to those and extend another line that would bring a business in and may create 25, 40 jobs in other parts of the county along the pipeline that will come in and create 35 jobs and pay taxes. And so I think there's a lot of benefits, and this is just the start of the things we need to look into, but would like to start moving this forward and answering all these questions. But that's a good idea.
How about the question that seems sort of obvious to me but no one had asked, and that is, we've heard how the stuff going through these pipelines is corrosive and breaks down equipment. I'm wondering how you're planning to foist it on the property owners through whose land this stuff is going to go.
I can try to answer that, or Fred can answer it, or... Yeah.
I mean, you look at the map, it goes right, across.
Well,
From Walter Floyd, all the way into Auburn.
I can attempt to answer that. Others can maybe add to it. It's natural gas,
But it's in a pipe that has to be dug and trenched into somebody's property.
just like all other natural gas. Yeah.
It's going to go in the road.
The county right-of-way, there's room.
It's not going to make a property owner any happy, it's a right-of-way still on the end of where he lives, or where he farms.
Well, I think every resident of Auburn has a natural gas pipeline going under their front lawn, so
I was putting a porch and hit it with the auger, so...
it's the same. It's a methane molecule. It's the same as natural gas. Yes, Chris Henry has a piece of equipment that can install a 12-inch gas pipeline and go 1,200 feet think he told me, underground without disturbing the soil and come up exactly where he wanted to. So there's some places where he'd use that, there's some places where he'd use open trenches, I think. But
Mr. Chairman, Doug, I mean, Google and some of the Fortune 500 companies are really looking, and they don't care what the costs are in regards to green energy. And I know Mr. Masterson is a new economic developer. I'm sure he'd like to have in his portfolio, 10 megawatts worth of green energy that he could market along with Steve. So I think it's, there's certain industries that don't want to have any carbon footprint, and I think that this would be very helpful.
actually, Walmart has a corporate policy that they're going to use 100% renewable energy and zero waste. And there's no way they're going to accomplish that objective without this kind of project.
What is the probability of doing that, doing eminent domain for this pipeline?
I don't think there's going to be need for eminent domain because Kaposa has the right-of-way, but Justin's here, or county attorney would better answer that than me.
One of you attorneys want to answer that?
Largely, the proposed area that the pipeline would lie within would be in county rights-of-way, and using county roads and perhaps other town roads to lay the pipeline within. I think there'd be a very small amount of linear feet that would need to cross private property. With that in mind, if there's a property owner that's concerned about it, it would be easy to engineer the project to not include that property. So eminent domain would be a very unlikely result of the project or need of the project.
Will all electricity rates for all the county residents be reduced by this project?
It has the potential to reduce the energy costs in Cayuga County, but that remains to be seen. At the very least, it would stabilize it so that you have a steady supply of biomass that's not going to increase in cost, so you'd have a predictable cost of energy.
Okay, without, oh, I'm sorry.
One other point I think really hasn't been touched on is that the advantage of bringing the gas into the IDA site is now you got a place for to sell the heat, because when you generate electricity with natural gas or biogas, it's only like 35-40% efficient, unless you can make use of the heat. And also the heat sales is another revenue, to pay for the cost of maintaining the system also. For them to generate it on the farm, like John, he said he was buying electricity at 15 cents and he's selling his excess for 3 cents. You're going to say, you run the line down there, what's the farmer going to get out of it? He's not going to pay for the equipment. You bring it in here, you make an economic development, and you got a sale of the heat all in one place where you can use it and draw revenue from it, not waste it. Don't flare it.
But again, this meeting was to get this off the ground and proceed with the technical analysis so we can have more meetings like this and bring everyone up to date where we are and how this project is moving forward. But again, I'd like to thank everyone for participating in this. There were some great questions, and to tell it ran for 2 hours here, so there's definitely a lot of interest. So without any further questions, a motion to adjourn by Mr. Mills, second by Ms. Petras. Thank you.